Uh, okay, guys, we have a gasoline generator here, a thermocool gasoline generator, popularly called the Bobo Max 2500. Its rated output is 2000 watts or 2 kilowatts, as the case may be. 2200 watts for its maximum output, or 2.2 kilowatts, as we want to call it. Okay, on today's class, basically, we'll be looking at how to properly kickstart a gasoline generator. Lest I forget, these generator as well have a rated frequency of 50 hertz and a rated voltage of 230 volts. Okay, so we'll be properly looking at how to kickstart a gasoline generator, because most of the times some persons just think is to get a generator, all you need to do is just put the starter, put the record starter, and that is it, the generator comes on. Unfortunately, we are all getting it wrong if we use that method and that medium. So in today's class, we'll be looking critically on how to do this thing with style and panache, how to do it the best possible way. All right. Before I continue, I would like to explain some certain things here. This is called an output switch. You can call it a switch if you want, just a normal switch. You see this on sign, when you take it this way, it surely shows that okay, you can now kickstart the generator. When it's down, you are putting it off. Okay, this is a voltmeter. What this basically does, it shows you the output voltage, the voltage the generator is giving out to your house. Okay, these are two output sockets. They are looped together, connection from here to here, such that you can put a plug here and another plug here, and to give you the same output. We have a circuit breaker. What this basically does is that you can put the gen on. When this thing is off, the gen cannot bring out light or cannot give out light to your home, so it is you take it up. Okay, so these are the little things we should know from this home panel, or this panel as some people will want to call it. Okay, let's take a look at this other part. This is where the starting itself happens. Okay, this is the starter pull, the handle. This is the handle, that's what's called the starter handle. For most generator, it's rubber, and there's a reason for that. As well as much as it gives a firmer grip, it's also soft, so when you pull, it doesn't just give you blisters on your hand. Okay, this is the fuel tap. What it does basically is to take fuel from the tank to the carburetor. It acts as a valve. Basically, it acts as a valve. When it's on, fuel goes from the tank down to the carburetor. When it's off, as a valve that it is, it stops the flow of fuel from this to the carburetor. Okay, looking at this again, we have the choke. With time, I will be able to explain this critically well, how it works. But just know this: when you want to pull a gen, when you want to start a generator, it's highly necessary you take the choke to the left hand side when the gen is not heated up. Are you getting me? What I didn't mean by when the gen is not heated up, when the gen is cold, probably you haven't used it for hours, and of course you observe the gen is cold, you take the choke to the left hand side, you pull, then when the gen starts, you take back to the right hand side. Okay, that is how it is. Basically, with time, we'll really explain how this choke itself functions. All right, I want to pull this generator now. I want to pull it with everything I've explained. Okay, this is the switch initially off. That's how it is. Then put it on. The fuel tap needs to be on, as there will be need for fuel to go to the carburetor. If there's no fuel in the carburetor, then the gen certainly will not come on. Okay, You have to choke the generator. Choke. Take the choke to the left hand side, and guess what do you do next? You pull. One thing I must explain as regards this pulling: you don't just pull for the sake of pulling. You don't just pull, or probably want to start a journey and you pull from the bottom up. Of course not. Sometimes the gem may come on. Yeah, it's possible the gem may come on. If you have the required force to pull the starter handle, it may come on. But some other time it may not, and most times when it doesn't come on, it affects the recoil starter, because you are using force from the beginning and down to the end. It affects the recoil starter. It tells on your hand and what have you. So this is how you start a generator, especially a gasoline generator of this type. After putting on the switch, after choking, after putting on the fuel tap, what do you do next? You pull out a little. You pull out gently till you get to a point where it is stiff. I take it back again for emphasis. You pull out gently. You see me pulling now. I'm not applying force. I'm just pulling with ease. Okay, it gets to a point where it is torqued, where it is strong. At this point, I apply force. Okay, let's do it now. I've pulled out, and this is it. I return the choke. Okay, see what was done now. We pulled with ease, and when it got to a point where it was strong, we pulled. And that's a simple way to kickstart a generator. If you notice carefully, I did put this on. Are you getting me? What I do, I don't put this on and put this on together. Are you getting me? You put this on, kickstart a generator when the socket is connected. Are you getting me? Then you put this on, so that the generator may have worked for 30 seconds to 1 minute before putting it on. That's how that's the standard way to put on a generator. So I know we've learned some good technical knowledge from this short video. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. Drop your comments. And if you as well need a topic you want us to treat as regards gasoline generators, you can as well drop it and we'll work on that. Do well to share with friends and family, so at least they can come enjoy the technical teachings we have on this platform. Till we meet in our next class, it's goodbye from my end.